And can you hear me now? Let me know down below if you can hear me. Because then we got 50% of this little show going. And as you could see, we did have just a little bit of technical issues. But I hope you can hear me now. Oi, 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 oi. From an undisclosed, unknown location with bad lighting. But we're still going to do cryptocurrency portfolio update. Because that is basically one of the most important important pieces of the pie. One of the most important things in order to become among the 1%. Thank you so much, Shahid. I'm happy to, perfect. I'm glad to hear that because, yesterday we had a computer crash and the whole thing was gone and hallelujah. But now we're back on track. What are we going to talk about today? Well, we are going to talk about, I'm not going to dive into the current market things. I want to go through the cryptocurrency portfolio update. I will share with you, obviously, which Polkadot. I'm going to share many more positions, but mainly we're going to start off with Polkadot and KUSAMA, and then, of course, other coins. And I hope it will bring some kind of value to you. And and I'm happy all of you are here. So let's get this little show going. And remember, this little show is only for the sexy looking people.
This dance ain't for everybody. Only the sexy people.
I want to welcome you to Cryptocurrency Portfolio Update. In case you're new to this channel, you want to stay on top of the crypto world, well then please hit like, smash, subscribe, so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos, so that you can, and this is important to me, protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Arachi, and I love the dots. So here we are. I always know that these streams, they take a little bit longer, so because there's a lot of things to share. So let's start and dig into it. I am also going to give you a slight market overview of where potentially we could be standing, and are we out of this bear market? Yes or no? I mean, there are also some funny reports going around, right, with the new inflation relief package, and that we got all of a sudden we got zero inflation because we are seeing the prices of energy going down, more than the rest of the market in terms of housing and food and so on. It's all a circus. I'm telling you, it's all a circus. Anyway, what does it take when you invest? We know it takes discipline, it takes knowledge, wisdom, experience, and time, and you got to be unemotional. You see, when we talk about experience and time, nobody I really, lost a huge opportunity in 2000. And do I like to look back at it? No, not really. In 2008, with the mortgage-backed security crisis, do I like to look back at it? No, but that has given me experience. It took a long time to learn, and that is why I think we're finally doing good in the cryptocurrency space, in the future of finance. Now, when all these discipline, knowledge, and wisdom, and no emotions. Now, the biggest thing, and that is the hardest thing actually, and also one of the most vital things in order to be a successful investor, and that is timing the market. You see, timing the market is the most difficult thing. But if you time the market wrong, you could really, everything else doesn't really matter. So it is the most difficult, but it is also the one, most difficult, but also the one that can actually prove to be the most profitable one if you can time the market right. And I want to go over a few examples on where we are today. Now, I have shared this in the past before. The market crash of 1929, right? It was actually, we always refer to the 2029, but it was just the start of a very long bear market. They're calling it, 3 years, and that is actually the time that other bear markets have lasted. So 3 years, and it did signal the start of the Great Depression of the 1930s. So from 1929 to 1932, the market, or the Dow fell 72%. And remember, the market can stay insane much longer than you and we can stay sane. I like that saying. Now, this is obviously the Dow Jones back in the day. We could see here the 1929 down to 1932 or 3. So why am I referring to timing, right? The majority of retail investors, they probably would have bought, somewhere above 4,000. And once that crashed, it took So you can see from 1929 to 1932, down 72%. Now, if an individual had invested $10,000 September the 17th in 1929, that investment would have fallen to $2,500 by mid-1932. And you will be surprised how many retail investors have actually gotten into Bitcoin or the altcoin market at probably around the highs. So this example shows that, and still it would only have been worth $6,000 10 years later, meaning that after 10 years, you would still not have recovered your $10,000. But if we look here, if somebody would have invested in 1931 or 2, I mean, he would have not only recovered his money, he would have made a huge gain. And this is what is so important. Laughing all the way up to 1970s, as opposed to having waited, 10 years. So where do I think we are today? Well, I don't know, but I do want to give you just a few, let's just go over a few slides together. So we can see here, this is the Dow Jones, right? And from the dot-com bubble, 1999, down to 2003, actually 3 years, right? But down 39%. And then we had the mortgage-backed crisis in 2007 and 8. And here you can also see that it's not quite 3 years, right? But it started in 7 and it went down, hitting its low in 2009. So the Dow altogether lost in that period of time 54%. So if we look at the Dow Jones, where we are today, the Dow Jones is only down 20% from its all-time high. And if you were to look at the timing, right, we started here basically in the beginning of January 2022, and we are only in August 2022. So if you were to compare it with the previous cycles, bear markets, they do actually last longer. Now, we can then debate, is there a bear market or not? I do believe that the fundamentals are pointing towards it. Now, let's look at the NASDAQ, because that is basically technology, and that is what we should consider the future of finance as well. So if we see here, that the NASDAQ in 2002, so it had an all-time high in 2000, and it had then its low there in 2003, almost 3 years, down 78%. Now then, in 2007, it had again, it crashed until 2009. So also not as long, but almost 2 years, or what it is, around that time. I could be wrong a little, but down 55%. Where are we now? Well, currently, again, it started in January this year, a little bit before, like in November or December, and we are currently only down 34%. So all I want to point out here is that perhaps we are going to see further downturn. And that, however, that would perhaps, I don't want to convince anyone. And please also bear in mind, this is not financial advice, right? You have to do your own research, and I do my research. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It could look like that we could have like a third leg down. Now let's look at Bitcoin, right? That's obviously why we are here. And with Bitcoin, was 17,000, was that really the ultimate drawdown of this cycle? I don't know, I don't know. But as we look in the past, we can see the biggest drawdown that it had in 2011 was 93%. Then we had in 2015, 86%, and in 2018, 83%. And currently we had here by 17,000, saw a drawdown of 72%. So I want to go in and look at let's have a look at the Bitcoin chart for a second. So if we look at Bitcoin, and we are closing another week, right? I don't know. it wouldn't surprise me, as I've said many times more, if we're going to see another leg down. Just, you know, I don't know shit about crypto, but I'm just saying be cautious, and I am also being cautious myself. So let's go back to our little portfolio slides. Having said that, I have also said before, and I just wanted to remind you, I have put for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, and Cardano already made buying orders. We did that, like, I think a month ago, and I just wanted to remind you, at altogether 80% from Bitcoin's all-time high, Ethereum's 84% from its all-time high, 91% from Chainlink, and 89% from Cardano. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get them, but you can see here, Bitcoin limit order at 13,817. And you know, you're not going to lose anything by having implemented this order, right? Are we going to go down there? It's going to get executed. Are we never going to see 13,000? Well, then, you know, no harm done there. Ethereum got a limit order at 755. I know we're much higher now. I know that, right? And Chainlink at $4.60. And finally, Cardano at 34 cents on the dollar. Just wanted to let you know. Now let's move on to the cryptocurrency portfolio. You know that what we do is that we invest in cryptocurrencies. What a surprise. We stake and we farm. I don't like the word farming, and it's not being used so much. It basically means that we are providing liquidity. And stablecoins is a big part of Kitty's portfolio. And precious metals is not a big part, but it is a necessity. You do know that we focus on blockchain infrastructure, but more and more as time will pass on, we need to focus more on traditional industries on the blockchain. You know, we average in, we average out. This is not exactly how it is, 50% stablecoins and 50% altcoins, but I like this. This is one of the greatest slides, and one of the, from my point of view, one of the best ways to earn when the market goes down, by providing liquidity, by farming. We will also go through a few examples. Now, this is Kitty's asset allocation. Now, it has changed a little bit since last week, but I wasn't able to update this slide. So we are taking a little bit more stable coins and entering the altcoin market. However, why am I also doing that? I'm doing that because, I mean, economically, when we look at the economy globally and the wars and all of them, yeah, that I'm not too optimistic. But on the other hand, we need to average in, right? And when you can go in and buy great coins at the current discounts, if I'm wrong and it will go up, I'd rather be on board now than miss the train. But this is not about fear of missing out, right? So I'm just saying, but majority, or let's say the way that we are analyzing is that it could go down further. Okay, and here stock market crash or global depression, it could all be coming. One of the other things that we need to look at, that central bank digital currency regulation. And yeah. So the ecosystems that we focus on are obviously Ethereum, Cardano, even though Cardano doesn't have a lot to offer yet. Binance, very profitable, very profitable. It's a money machine. We love KUSAMA, we love Polkadot, and that's why we're also here today. Solana, after, the reason also with the hacks and so on, well, we are doing something on Solana, but I think we are and happy as Larry with Ethereum, KUSAMA, and Polkadot, and Binance. And Binance obviously is Ethereum related. It's a fork, right? The exchanges that we use are the centralized exchanges that we use, and that's another thing that is important. As I've said before, you need, if you want to be an investor that has if you want to take advantage of sometimes coins that are not that well established or well known, you need to have access to various centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. So here you can see the ones that I also highly regard as top tier exchanges: Kraken, Binance, KuCoin, Gate.io, and Huobi. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we also use other exchanges for, sometimes you can only find some micro coin at some other exchanges, but these are the main ones that we're using. Now, when it comes to the decentralized exchanges, also gonna introduce a new one today that we use in the Polkadot ecosystem, but mainly Uniswap, PancakeSwap, NetSwap, Radium. But I mean, yeah, Karura, I mean, doing more there, right? And now also on Astar, that's what we're going to talk about. So let me just see. I want to, before we, that's too early. That's too early. So decentralized exchanges. Now, in case any of you, I got a very nice request here, and I will also do that. How to trade on Binance. I haven't made videos like that because I kind of thought that all of you, most likely would know that, but we will do that. We will do that. Anyway, I think it's just time for a quick Bahama Mama moment. Bahama Mama. It is Sunday, right? Good. So this is where we execute, and this is where we are talking about the base of the ecosystems. And I also, as I said before, we focus on the infrastructure and the traditional industries. It is, however, important to also realize the trends when the market, how can I say it? There are different waves, right? Right now we are in a bear market. I think that once we're going to see the turnaround, once we're going to see money flowing into the market, the ultimate coins that will start the reversal first is obviously Bitcoin and all the base layers, right? The big blockchains, where there's lots of opportunity. Then that will trickle down to the infrastructure coins, lending, automated market makers, and oracles. And then it will move down to the traditional industries, where we will then see the traditional industry coins take off. And then when we know that we are in the, let's say, in the last season of the next cycle, that's when we see all the shit coins and all the IGOs that are going to take off. It's simply because people are moving their money. Now we're seeing fresh money soon, hopefully, once we're going to see a turnaround, we're going to see fresh money coming into the top quality coins. After they have made some profits there, it will trickle down, trickle down, trickle down, trickle down. And the smart one will obviously exit at the right time. That's how I see it and how we have been doing it until now. Blockchain infrastructure, we've been talking about that, right? That is decentralized exchanges, lending protocols, decentralized storage, very important. Automated market makers, oracles, aggregators, and of course, NFT. When we talk about the traditional industry coins, we are talking about energy, we're talking about supply chain management, we're talking about gaming and gambling. And what I also find very, very interesting is the insurance business. I just want to go up here, and I want to, from my point of view, and what we don't have here, I think that two infrastructure plays that have been completely left out until now from the majority of, crypto investors, and that is decentralized storage, and it is decentralized or, digital identity on the blockchain. I think that's going to play, I think they're really going to benefit from the next cycle. So before we go into the coins that we hold, let's go and see if anybody in the chat wants to say hello. Hello. Who do we have here? We got Bosco Games. What are you playing? Good to see you. We got Roaming Nomad. My buy orders are set. I love you for that. I like it. You don't lose anything. You can only win. What do you say, Tom B? Is AUSC going to regain peg, or are we looking at US? No, I mean, I don't know if something happened here very recently. But I actually, until now, have faith in the Akala USD. I mean, it would be a real shit show if the stable coin of the Polkadot and KUSAMA ecosystem is already going to go to hell, right? So I don't think that Fractal is here. How are you doing? We got Space Cowboy. I like that name. And Sandra. You know, Sandra, she gets a kiss.
Kissy.
What happened to Akala? Okay, so we got some, I don't know, guys. Let me just check also here. There's some big news. Or is it just because it's down a little bit? I don't know. What happened? What something I missed out on? Let me just quick here go in and look. You're making me scared now. I would love to learn how to short on Binance. Hey, you know, if you want to learn, I don't do any shorting and, you know, leverage and all those things. The way that I do it, if I do... Anyway, we'll talk about that in the end. Let's look at that in the end. Now, if there's something real urgent with Akala, then let me... Oh, fuck. Okay. Excuse my language. Let me... When was that? Okay. I will be right back. No, let me look here. I am here. Read only this channel. Akala Network, when was this? This was August 14. They don't even, we are passing an urgent vote to pass over, okay. See your coin is all failed at the new. Okay, I mean, this is urgent, so let me just, let's go in and look. Akala got hacked. Let's go in and look at I was just in the Telegram group. There they don't really seem to speak anything about that. Here, news. Here we also don't have anything. And let's see here. Our network hacked. 7 hours ago, DPEX by 99% hacker issues. Oi. Well, this is obviously, you see, today what is this? This is, guys, this is new to me. So, you know, I don't know if we should move on with the Polkadot cryptocurrency portfolio. Maybe the Polkadot badge. I got it. Okay, there was a TPEX swing in between. Okay, but yeah, let's what is the price now? What is the price now here? Compared to... Okay, yeah, well, yes, guys, I have to say, I gotta be honest with you. It seems to be going back. Let's continue. I have faith in the Polkadot ecosystem, but unfortunately, I'm not able to say anything. I feel like a sheep. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, let's move on and go over the things. So our Polkadot. I mean, I am a little. Of course, I feel worried, but when I see here, we're almost close to the peak, right? So let's see. Okay, let's move on. I think the biggest question when we talk about Polkadot and KUSAMA, where's the biggest potential? Is it within the Polkadot ecosystem or is it within the KUSAMA ecosystem? And we know that we always, most of the times, right, we have the big ones like Polkadot, or you know, that are building on Polkadot, and the test projects on KUSAMA. But it seems that there's an overall, let's say, correlation between that the coins or the protocols on KUSAMA have much less market cap, but actually I believe that the potential could be, in terms of risk reward, bigger. But so just take that into consideration. Anyway, on Polkadot, we are holding, obviously, Akala. That must have gone down. Huh? Also, let me just... again. Yeah, 10%, but I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, we're holding Akala, obviously, Moonbeam, a Star, Fala Network, Litentry, and a little bit of Parallel Finance, and a little bit more of Kylin. But it's not only that we are holding it, it is... You know, for me, I always say, how can we maximize profits? And so if we look at it from the base layer token, right? Polkadot. Now we bought them cheap back in the day. What are we doing with them? Well, we sold a big part of them when it was at the high last year, but the rest we have locked in parachain auctions for 2 years. So we are earning more rewards by participating in the parachains. Now, what we're doing on the Akala network, and maybe now it could be that these numbers are not 100% accurate, so I'm sorry about that, but they were accurate even when I looked yesterday, right? So sorry. But so what we're doing on Akala is we're staking Akala together with AUSD at 21%. Furthermore, we also, farming, as we're providing liquidity with the LC dot, which is the liquid dot, and AUSD at 14%. If you have any questions more specific, then let me know. And down here, sometimes I write what the potential position value would be if we would see the coin reaching its recent all-time high. So for example, if Akala is going to reach its recent all-time high, that means that Kitty's position in Akala would be 100,000. Now, if we hopefully this is not going to be hacked, and let's hope they can recover from that, I also want to let you know that I will increase, for example, this position for Kitty over the coming weeks. Or, when timing is difficult, we spoke about that, right? So when it comes to Moonbeam, there we're staking, I think, around 5 or 6%. It's not very, not so much, but we're staking on the Moonbeam on their network. And that could reach around 300,000 for Kitty. Then, of course, also last time I showed you Kyling, right? We're taking that 14%. Now, that would be a jackpot above $1 million should it hit it. So, Litendry, and remember, I also said I have a lot of faith in the digital identity on the blockchain. And I think Litendry could be one of the market leaders in the Polkadot ecosystem. And we're currently providing liquidity on Binance with Litendry and USDT at 22%. We will also increase our position once we find the timing right, and I will share in the Telegram group once we do that. So why do I like these? Just like with Akala here and providing liquidity, AUSD, that means that we are generating 21% on our stablecoin position, as we are doing here with Litendry. Now, something new that I find, we tested it out, a small position, but on a star, they are providing a huge ecosystem of different dApps, right? So you can go in, if you go into and look at their network, you can see that they have, total value logged in, 133 million. You can see the API is not that much. If you were just to stake, that would be around 10%. So that's why we are providing on the new ARTH swap, we are providing their liquidity to Wrapped, a star, and AUSD. Now let's hope AUSD is not going to go to hell. Anyway, it's a small position. And then we are providing liquidity, and this I did here 2 or 3 hours ago. Look the last time, at 370%. So in case this is something, you want to know where, you go into a star, and then from there you can find all the dApps, and then here you got ARTH swap. And then on ARTH swap, here you can see here's the first one. This is a pair of AUSD and Wrapped, a star. 370%. Obviously, there's not a lot of liquidity there. So, you cannot go in there with too many. You can't go in there with all your millions from the right pocket and the left pocket and the back pocket. So, furthermore, we have Fala network, but we have a little. This is just something that we were participating in, and actually in the KUSAMA crowd loan, and then we received some Fala network tokens, I think. And so, small position, not doing there anything yet. That's actually shame on us. Should do something. Moving on to KUSAMA armor. Well, with KUSAMA, I find the KUSAMA ecosystem more exciting, I have to say. Much more exciting. I feel that's more my kind of network. On Karura, we're doing a lot of things, and well, not a lot of things, but a lot of what Karura is offering And there we are, for example, providing liquidity to the AIR token combined with AUSD. Last time, these numbers could be slightly wrong, right? But providing their liquidity at 178 APR per year. Also providing liquidity with Karura and LKSM, which is liquid KUSAMA at 36%, and providing Karura and AUSD at 55%. So I absolutely love the fact that you can increase the profitability of your holdings even if we are in a bear market. Then we're also holding Sheeden. With Sheeden, we are just staking at around 14%. I will also increase. You see, this is, I don't have, we will also go in and look yourself. Compare the market cap between Sheeden and Astar. I actually, and the risk reward, I think Sheeden could ultimately provide more happiness, and because I think it has much more room to grow in the short. Let's, little market cap, higher potential. But have a look at that. That's overall my feeling of the KUSAMA players. Here, this is the back office of Sheeden. You can see here they can generate 14%. Obviously, they're not as much. You see, that's the thing. On Sheeden, the total value locked in is only 5.7 million, as when you compare it to Astar, it's 133 million. So, I mean, I could be wrong, right? Maybe everybody's just already building on Astar that is, on Polkadot instead of Sheeden, which is on KUSAMA. Let's see. Another one that we are holding is Kilt. Yeah, I hope that they will. It's kind of like a privacy coin. I think they will have a lot of success in the future. Not really a privacy, but basically protecting your identity on the blockchain. So there we will also increase it. Currently staking there on the Kilt blockchain or parachain at 8%. Now, damn it, Centrifuge. I love Centrifuge, but I actually hope that perhaps Altair, which is their ugly cousin, on KUSAMA. And now I'm mixing up, I'm sorry, because Centrifuge would belong in the Polkadot ecosystem, and here would Altair. So we're not doing anything with our Centrifuge tokens. We're just holding. But just to compare, you can see here on Karura, we are providing liquidity for the Altair token at 178%. So when you can make those kind of returns, I prefer to do it there. Moon River, we're also holding, and it's not correct that we're doing 0%, but we're doing, I think, 2 or 3%, and that's almost like nothing. I think it's sometimes hard to find good staking rewards within the KUSAMA and Polkadot ecosystem. But that's maybe also better, right? Because remember, there's no free lunch on Wall Street, and you want a good project will not be able, over the long term, continuously provide too many or too high rewards. Other positions that we have, I maybe have mentioned, but of course, Kitty's core position is Ethereum. Just holding Ethereum since 2016. But and we do also a few things with that. Quickly, on NetSwap, we are staking ETH USDC at 4%. So remember, providing liquidity, holding ETH together with USDC. We are also providing liquidity with Net USDT at 8%. We are also holding some Metis DAO, some Metis. And you can see we are staking Metis/USDC, Metis/USDT at 20 and 11%. Furthermore, Thorchain Room, we are staking at 14% of I keep saying staking, but providing liquidity with Rune and USDT at 14%. Here we will increase our position over the coming time. Then, let's see, Umbrella Network. I'm not, as I've said before, I'm not 100% sure that is actually going to do something. But if it is going to get back to the all-time highs, then Kitty is going to be, laughing all the way to the crypto bank. IOTA Miota, also holding there, have staked. We staked as long as we could. We have received Assembly and Shima tokens, and we look forward to seeing what they will bring. We don't know yet. On Solana, we're also holding our Radiums, and we are staking them at 10%. We are also providing liquidity there. Radium with USDC at around 25%. And should Radium go up, then that would be another 900,000 for Kitty. PancakeSwap, what are we doing there? We are locked staking our cakes at 36%, and they are locked for another 4 months, I think. And that percentage changes, right? So I think 2 weeks ago it was almost 50, and then it went down, and you never know. Furthermore, Chromia, together we are providing liquidity, Chromia and BUSD at 21%, also on PancakeSwap. Furthermore, love synthetics. Remember that. We also love many others. This is just some coins. I'm not going over all of them today, right? Staking synthetics at 50%. I love it. I mean, we also will increase synthetics. Love synthetics. I think it's a magnificent coin. Virtue Poker. I told you before, it's a small coin. But we're staking at 50%, have increased a little bit. Should it go to its all-time high, that would be 370 for Kitty. That's what we're doing there. What else do we have? Engine Coin. There we're providing liquidity on Binance, currently generating 25%. The reward tokens are being paid out in BNB. Not so bad. Then Power Ledger, I've also in the past told you that Power Ledger is, I believe it's energy on the blockchain. This is where we are seeing one of the traditional industries. There you can stake it on the Power blockchain, currently at around 11%, and we will increase that. Now this here was from our dear J Dubs. He's a big believer in the internet computer. I think there's some fundamentals that I do not like so much about it, but I don't know enough, but we are keeping it. We're also holding a position there, and we are staking there at around 8% on KuCoin. Then that's about it. Then of course we have some InsureAce, and there we are staking it on the InsureAce platform at 6%, and we hope it will reach its all-time high. Guys, that's it from today. Nothing more to say about that. And let's go back to the chat and see if we got some news. So there we go. Let's see. Where do you go to stake all these tokens, Tigerman? Now that's a good question. If I don't specifically say where I do it, well, let's go over that real quick again. InsureAce, I stake on the InsureAce app. So you just go to InsureAce website, right? You get that from CoinMarketCap, for example. So that's on their site. Internet computer, I do that on KuCoin. I mentioned that. Power Ledger on the Power. So I do that on their website through MetaMask, right? So that's also InsureAce is also through MetaMask. Power is through MetaMask. Engine staking on Binance, right? Then Virtue Poker on Virtue Poker's website. I mean, of course, they're connected to the Ethereum blockchain through MetaMask, so I do it directly. The same with synthetics. You go to the synthetic website and then you go to the DApp. Radium is the same. It's on the Solana ecosystem. Not with MetaMask there. We use the Phantom wallet. IOTA has its own wallet also, and has its own wallet, so we do it through the IOTA wallet. It was a good question. Umbrella, we do it on their website connected to Ethereum. Thorchain Rune providing liquidity on Binance, and Metis we're doing on the blockchain Andromeda through MetaMask, and we are providing liquidity on NetSwap. I hope that was. And then, of course, when it comes to the Polkadot coins, right? Moonriver on the Moonriver ecosystem, but they're still a little bit different when it comes to KUSAMA and Polkadot, because, for example, if you do Karura, then you go to the Karura website, you use the Polkadot extension wallet. But, for example, if you're doing staking on a star, well, then you also have your Polkadot extension wallet, but there you can bridge it. You bridge your tokens onto your MetaMask wallet. It is a little bit more complicated, but basically, yeah. So on each local site, unless I say it's on an exchange like Litendry, that's also on Binance providing liquidity. Kyling is on Kyling website. Okay, I hope that was it was a good question though. I have to think about that to be quite honest. So what do you say? No face. What are you asking me? Wouldn't you want to sell your LP tokens when they're extremely down, as you would get more coins, and with the dollar you'll buy the coin and you'll end up better once it boosts? Yes, this is exactly right, and I have never mentioned that. Potentially, when you provide liquidity, right? We're always talking about the impermanent loss, and the impermanent loss is basically also if the market goes up, that you impermanent loss sounds like you're losing, but it is actually also losing out. So from my point of view, providing liquidity is a very good thing when the market is going down, because as the market is going down, it's almost like you're averaging in. So when the market goes down, let's say you have an altcoin and a stable coin. The market goes down, that means that you will automatically buy more altcoins. So in the end, once it goes down, and let's say you sell, then you will have more altcoins than you started, more than your stable coins. However, if it's going to go up, then you're going to end up with many more stable coins and less of the altcoins. So of course, there is but that's again timing and how is the market and how it's going. So it's a little bit tricky. I understand exactly what you're saying, and that's another, that's investing is a philosophy and it's art. So I was also looking at this today, but as long as we're going down and then of course, can you offset your impermanent loss or missed out opportunity with the rewards that you're generating, right? You end up with less when it goes down. It only works up, at least in my opinion, experience. Yeah. But yeah, well, yeah, again, I think there are more factors, right? Are you doing two altcoins? Are you doing altcoin and stablecoin? And what is the reward that you're receiving? And are you receiving your rewards in stablecoins? Are you receiving your rewards in an altcoin that potentially is also down 90%? So, Raymond Arias, how are you? Good to see you. So yeah, and that's good. I mean, we all have. I until now have been happy with this providing liquidity. However, always an altcoin and a stable coin. Well, missed out on another show, Deviant Fox. No, well, I will. We will cut it and upload it again tomorrow. So now you got the link if you want to watch this whole thing. But we will cut it, and so it is more, relevant information. Nobody likes to watch in the replay. All our chit chat. I really would love to know how all of you. By the way, the show is over, but I would love to know individually how you guys are doing, and are you? Excited? What do you think about the economy and about about the politics and about that potentially it looks like. I saw yesterday. Now I'm just talking a little. Saw yesterday on Vion News. This Indian news broadcasting station that I really like, and I feel that they're a little more objective than what we are seeing elsewhere. But they were running a scenario that if China were to invade Taiwan, that America would have to come, and would need the support of Japan, and then in order to defend that, and then all of a sudden we out in some World War III chit chat, and that is dangerous. So we need to look at that. Will the new tax plan for the serfs here in the US? Well, yeah, yeah. Well, the new tax plan for the serfs here in the US, I agree with that. And it's always it is funny how, and I'm happy that you also mentioned that. It's funny how all these new acts, they always have a name that actually is doing exactly the opposite, right? It's a sad, sad thing. And build back better. Crypto is good though. Nearly out of my losses from the 21. That's good to hear. When you're nearly out of your losses, then I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. Build back better. Yeah, Ukraine is also going to be built back better. The question is, who's going to build it back better, or who is going to benefit from it better? Guys, I love you so much. Remember, I'm not being, I don't know when the next stream will be. I have to travel, you know that, and get better lights. But I hope it brought you some kind of value. I think we are living in extraordinary, interesting times. And don't quit. And just like I don't quit, I love all of you. I truly do. Sharing is truly caring. But it is so important that you don't quit. Even though when I only stream and there's 10 people, I do it with joy. I do it with joy. And I won't quit. And together we will rise. Love you so much. Take care. And love yourself first. Because only then we can share.
When you feel like quitting, remember all of those who said you'd fail. When you feel like giving up, remember why you started. When you feel like quitting, remember what you're doing it all for. When you feel like quitting, remember pain is temporary and greatness lasts forever.
When you feel like quitting, remember that the pain you feel today will be replaced with the strength you need tomorrow. Remember that every ounce of pain you feel is building a stronger you, a stronger body, a stronger mind, and a stronger character. So push through the pain. Don't let it stop you. Force it to grow you.
Don't back down from the pain. Face it. Feel no pain. There is no pain. That painful last rep, that's nothing. Give me more. Push harder.
Too tired, too hard, too busy, too early, too stressed. No excuses. Too tired, no excuses. Too hard, no excuses. Too busy, no excuses. Too early, no excuses. Too stressed, no excuses. When I feel like quitting, I remember there's too many people I need to prove wrong. When I feel like quitting, I remember I have too much to fight for. I will not quit.
Sleep-ins, they're for grandmas. I'm up, I'm ready to go. Quitting, that's for those who have no heart. I do not quit. Your greatest physique, your greatest health, your greatest strength, it doesn't come with average effort. If you want average results, keep showing up and giving average effort. If you want to be at your best, you will have to give your best effort. Make an oath to yourself that you will not walk out of any training session, any game, anything without giving 110% of your soul. Whatever you think is your limit, push past it. Whatever you think is your max, see if you can get 10% more out. Results don't lie. It all comes down to one simple question. How bad do you want it? And when you feel like quitting, give me 10 more.
Nothing great is going to come if you quit. I know it's hard. I know you are tired. I know it seems impossible, but you must keep going. Stick it out and get your reward.
When you feel like quitting, remember all of those who said you'd fail. When you feel like giving up, remember why you started.